Alright guys, alright. The year is ending, but let's review one more figure. What's going on everybody? Republic Cinema here, and in this video we're going to be doing our last review for 2024, and for this last review, we're going to be taking a look at a Yolopark figure. Which Yolopark figure exactly? This guy. Let me just take him out so you can get a better look at him. Now, between this box and this box is also this thing right here. Not sure what it's used for. Here's what it looks like on the back. But anyways, back to the box, and the fact that this was wrapped up like a 3-0 figure is just crazy. So anyways, here the box is without the plastic. And to start off, the front of the packaging looks amazing. I love this artwork for Optimus. Same thing with the Transformers The Last Night logo right here. And for the bottom is surprisingly not boring. On the left side is an Autobot logo. On the right side is another artwork of Optimus Prime. And then you turn to the back and you get a little more info of what you get inside the packaging. Hang on, what? And then if that wasn't crazy enough, look what this box does. You gotta be kidding me. For some reason I've kind of forgot what this type of stuff is called, but it looks cool nonetheless. This is what the right side looks like. This is what the left side looks like. This is the top, and this is the back. In all honesty, I preferred the artwork to this box more. It pays homage to the theme for the Transformers The Last Night mainline, if you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, it's time to open up. And here we have the TLK Optimus Prime, somewhat out of the packaging, just in pieces. Oh, by the way, in case you're wondering, there's 4 layers worth of parts. Yeah, this guy kind of comes with a lot of stuff. So aside from all this, he also comes with whatever this is. Cool. A thank you card with a barcode. And I think this is the instruction manual. Yep. Oh my, look at all this. We don't need these. Cue the build. But one more thing before that, I just want to let you guys know what you're getting yourself into before you put all these pieces together. This figure definitely has more pieces than Apelink. And here we have the Yolopark TLK Optimus Prime fully assembled. And I'd go so far to say that this is the best figure of 2024, hands down. The details on this figure is amazing. His accessories are cool, and he does come with a lot of replaceable parts. Oh, and putting this figure together may be a little complicated, but the end result is just wow. The painting and sculpting, pretty great, pretty great. The chest pieces are actually 2 pieces that you have to put together. That's pretty crazy. The head sculpt is insane. The legs too. And the arms. Just look at the arms. I know it's just red, blue, a couple of yellow parts, and a couple of light and dark silver parts, but the color pattern is insane. They even added the hieroglyphics onto his shoulder pads. Both shoulder pads, actually. And if you're wondering how the backpack is, it's also pretty great too. Since this is Yolopark we're talking about, specifically AMK Pro, the back is also detailed like crazy. Obviously there's no kibble. But now for quality. So I actually did end up removing this part a little easily, and I had trouble trying to put it back because this part was blocking the way. And for some reason I thought this little red part was also connected to this bigger red part over here. Obviously it was not. So when I tried to push it out using this red part, it broke off. So in case you do have this figure, be careful where your fingers rest, as you don't want to accidentally break something. Aside from that, other issues that I have is moving this arm up and down results in a complete removal. I'm also not a big fan of how loose the head is, but it's nothing too serious. But other than that, I don't have any issues with this figure concerning quality. But did I tell you that this figure does come with some die-cast metal parts, specifically these parts on the shoulders, this part in the thigh, this little piece right here under the foot, and that's just 3 examples. There's other parts that are made out of die-cast metal. But anyways, I guess now would be a great time to talk about his accessories. So starting off, he comes with this pretty detailed Sword of Judgment that also happens to have hieroglyphics on the sides of the sword. So anyhow, here he is equipped with the sword. And of course there is weapon storage, only you have to remove a certain piece in the back just to reveal the slot right here. that's where this piece comes in. You're just going to want to tab it onto that slot right there. Slide the sword all the way in, and there you go. That's how you store the sword. Now moving on to his shield, which I forgot the name of. It did have a name, but I forgot. The painting and sculpting looks amazing, by the way. However, if you want it stored on the arm, first of all, it only works on the right arm. Second of all, you're going to have to replace this blue piece right here and swap it out for an identical piece that has a slot. That's where this piece comes in. You're just going to want to go ahead and tab it right there, and then you can finally tab the shield onto the arm, and there you have Optimus with his shield. Now if you want the shield stored in the back, that's where this piece comes in. You're just going to want to tab it right there, and then you come back to the shield and tab it like so, and there you have Prime with this shield stored in the back. Now, if you want both the sword and the shield stored in the back, that's where this piece comes in. Not to mistaken it with the other one, but anyways, it just tabs in right there. Again, the sword slides in, and there you have Prime with both the sword and the shield stored in the back. Now, he does come with one more accessory, that being the dagger that he used to almost kill Bumblebee. Assuming you still have that replacement part tabbed in, you're just going to want to go ahead and tab it right there. And there you have Prime with his dagger. I kind of wish he came with just one more accessory, that being the quad barrel shotgun. And since this Yolopark Optimus Prime is the TLK themed Knight Optimus, it would have seemed appropriate for him to come with a quad barrel shotgun, but unfortunately, he does not. And now moving on to a couple replacement parts that this figure does come with. He comes with a lot, starting with his hands. Now if you noticed, these hands do not come with an extra armor plate that goes on the top of the hand. Only the primary pair of hands come with that. I guess it seemed pointless for Yolopark to make a whole bunch of those parts, when in case you want to swap out a pair of hands, you could just go ahead and slap that armor plate onto that other pair of hands. I guess Yolopark saw it as a cost worth cutting, and I totally understand. Anyways, the hands that articulate are the primary pair of hands, but he does also come with a pair of gripped hands, which can be used to hold the sword a little better than the articulated hands. And then he comes with a pair of relaxed hands, and lastly, he has a pair of hands that have the index fingers pointing at something. Interesting. Usually with the other Yolopark Optimus Primes, there would be one hand with a pointy index finger, and one hand with a more of a move out sort of hand. I suppose this Yolopark Optimus Prime is the first one to do something different. Now, aside from swappable hands, this figure also comes with swappable head pieces, such as the mouthpiece right here. All you gotta do is replace the mouth plate and then put in the mouthpiece right there. And there you have Optimus with a mouth. But we're not done yet, as this figure does come with a couple more swappable head pieces to make this guy look more like his Nemesis Prime version. After all, this is a TLK themed Yolopark Knight Optimus. You're going to have to remove a couple of pieces, that being this sideburn, if you will, the mouthpiece again, the forehead, and the eyes. The left side of the head can stay. Now before you put the extra parts in, there is also this green chip, which indicates that you can illuminate some light through the eyes, because this figure does have a light up feature. Since I usually don't showcase light up features for my figures, the same could be said for this guy. Sorry. Anyways, to start off, you're going to go ahead and tab the eyes in, which is a little hard to do. You're going to come back to the, where's that mouthpiece? You're going to go ahead and tab the mouth right there, and then tab in the red version of that piece right there. Then come back to the forehead that has a red marking, just tab that in, and there you go. There you have Optimus Prime, but in his Nemesis Prime version, which I gotta say is a lazy way to indicate that this is Nemesis Prime and not Optimus Prime. I'm guessing some more black and purple would be nice, but all the movie producers ended up going for is just a red marking and then called him Nemesis Prime. Yeah, disappointing. If you want, you can put in the faceplate there. I recommend it more than the mouthpiece, as this looks more intimidating. And if that wasn't enough accessories and replaceable parts, he comes with a stand that, in my opinion, looks better than Apelink's. For the record, this stand also comes with some assembly required. It's only like 4 parts you need to put in together, like the Autobot logo, the whole stand itself, this black thing right here, and this gray piece right here, which does have articulated parts right here. Anyways, here's Optimus Prime just on the stand right here, and here you have Optimus Prime displayed on that gray part right there. If you do adjust the gray piece, let alone the pose for Optimus Prime, you should get a good enough and decent pose of what appears to be him gliding across something. Wait a minute. And yeah, I think that's all there was for the accessories. That was kind of a lot of accessories. Now it's time to move on to articulation. Starting off, ball joint at the head, which can allow the head to look up and down and swivel tight. butterfly joint for the shoulder, full rotation at the arm, top shoulder pad is on a swivel, bottom shoulder pad is on a double hinge joint, which can allow for a bend at the shoulder, bicep swivel, double bend at the elbow, ball joint at the wrist, ball joint at the thumb. The fingers can move out, as well as these two sets of fingers on the top are independently articulated. Forward ab crunch, slight side to side ab crunch, ab swivel, waist swivel, legs can spread, front skirt moves out, well, not too much. Leg can move forward, and since the leg is on that special type of double hinge joint that allows the leg to move even more forward, and also helps if you want to move the leg more backwards. Thigh swivel, double bend at the knee, the foot can move up and down, it's a little tight. Rock from side to side, and swivel. Last but not least, the front of the foot can move up and down, and yeah, that's pretty much it for articulation. Now moving on to size comparison, starting off with the Autobot team from TLK. Here he is alongside the Studio Series version of the TLK Bumblebee, World War II Bumblebee, World War II Hot Rod, Lamborghini Hot Rod, Studio Series Cogman, Studio Series Crosshairs, which is also TLK themed, mainline TLK Crosshairs. I don't have a TLK themed Drift, but I do have an Age of Extinction Studio Series Drift. TLK Hound. I don't have a TLK themed Voyager class Megatron. Would love to see a TLK themed Studio Series Leader class Megatron. But I do have the Age of Extinction Studio Series Galvatron, TLK Voyager class Optimus, Leader class Movie Advanced Age of Extinction Optimus Prime, Studio Series Age of Extinction Grimlock, and then to throw in some other comparisons next to other Yolopark figures that I own, here he is next to the Rise of the Beasts Optimus, which I believe the scale is off, TF1 Orion Pax, and lastly, here he is along with another AMK Pro figure, that being the AMK Pro X series Ape Link. I'd imagine they're both the same category, as they're both like $50+ and they both come with stands. But if I remember correctly, this guy was AMK Pro X, and this guy's only AMK Pro. So are both of these supposed to be AMK Pro X or AMK Pro, or was this guy just his own sort of AMK Pro thing? Because I'm a little confused. Anyways, here he is alongside other AMK Optimus Prime-ish figures that I own. Can't wait for that TF1 Optimus Prime, and maybe the AMK Pro version of the Yolopark Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime, which does have a removable face piece as well. Leave a comment down below which one out of the three is your favorite. Obviously, I'm gonna go with this guy. And lastly, here he is along with the rest of the Autobot gang from the last night. Of course, we're missing Squeaks, Volleybot, Topspin, Lieutenant, and Bulldog, more of the Dinobots, and the Guardian Knights. But I myself am missing the TLK-themed Studio Series Drift, along with all those baby Dinobots. Anyways, leave a comment down below which Autobot from Transformers The Last Night you would like to see next in the Studio Series. And also be sure to let me know in the comments, despite the size inaccuracy, does this Optimus Prime fit in with the other figures right here? And I think that's pretty much it. I think that's all I had to say for this guy. Overall, he's a really great Yolopark AMK Pro figure. You get a lot of accessories as well as an immaculate detail for only $53.99. Well, plus shipping and taxes, of course. But personally, I'd say it's worth it, especially if you want a super accurate Night Optimus toy. Now granted, he doesn't transform, but that's when the Studio Series comes around next year. He may not be all that accurate, plus have some kibble, but again, there's only one picture of him that we know of, so when more pictures of that figure comes out, let alone a product shot, this figure of the Night Optimus Prime is the one to get. If you are looking to pick this figure up, I believe he's available over at Yolopark.com and Amazon. However, altogether with taxes and shipping, both websites will end up selling this figure for roughly the same price. Just one takes a little longer to ship. So if you really want to get this guy sooner, you might as well get him from Amazon. Now I hope Yolopark goes their way to make more repainted versions of this figure, such as a Nemesis Prime black repaint with green or maybe purple flames, or perhaps an Age of Extinction themed Night Optimus Prime, where I guess the color on this figure would be slightly lighter, since I believe the color scheme for Age of Extinction Prime was a little lighter than the color scheme for Optimus Prime in Transformers Last Night. I could be wrong, but either way it would still be great to see those type of paint jobs. That's if those repaints are going to be a thing. But anyways, can't wait to see Hasbro's take on the Knight Optimus Prime with their new Studio Series figure coming out. And I guess with that being said, if you like what you saw in this video, be sure to slam that like button, share this with your friends as well, turn on post notifications, that way you don't miss another upload. Let me know how I did in this video, and most importantly, be sure to hit that big red subscribe button. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Thank you very much for watching. Teo! Wait, that worked?